Hey everybody, it's Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please stop what you're doing. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You will not regret it. If you'd like to make a donation to me, my PayPal information and Cash App information will be in the description bar or in the comment section of all my videos. So if it's not in the previous one, then you can go to another video and it will be there. Thank you to those who have donated to me already and to those who will donate to me. So today's video is actually from somebody who donated to me. So what happens is when you donate to me, I will email you, and you can talk to me in my comments and let me know if you're sending it to my Cash App, and then I will email you. Give me your email address, I'll email you. Or if you do it through PayPal, your email is already attached to your PayPal account, and I will email you and chat with you and ask you, do you have a question about anything that you're going through with a narcissist, or just a random topic that you would love to hear me do a video on. And I do a video response and you get your own video. Okay. So yes, Amor, thank you so much for donating to me again. I really appreciate it. I don't have your email address, so if you want me to email you, please leave your email address in the comment section. I appreciate you so much. You're such a sweetheart. And so today's topic is going to be about I'm sure I've touched on this before in my healing videos, but this is going to be, I guess, a little bit more of the spiritual aspect of narcissism. And a lot of people aren't spiritual people, but there are a lot of my, subscribers who are spiritual individuals. And most people look at narcissism as just a disease, just just it being a personality disorder. And yes, it is. And I do view it as a mental illness, a personality disorder. But most of all, I believe that it is a spiritual attack. And some people, it's kind of hard for people to believe in spirituality, to believe in supernatural things. It's very easy for people to watch it in movies or hear folk tales or all these different things, but they don't really understand that a lot of the things that we watch in movies or read in books are actually real. And it is a spiritual attack on these individuals. A lot of these narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, they are filled with a lot of demonic possessions, and it's because of Hollywood. They make, a possessed person have like green stuff spilling out their mouth, and it's not a lot of that is not like that. And a lot of narcissists had really horrible things happen to them in their childhood, in their development, to why they're like that. And you got to understand the narcissist, subconscious is like literally locked. They have tuned out their own personality. And I think once you get that through your mind, that the narcissist literally was playing a game with you. They don't know themselves. I think that they are aware that something is wrong, but it's just like if someone's on drugs. When the spirit of that drug overtakes the body, it's kind of hard to, not kind of hard, it is hard to fight that demon. So, a narcissist is basically someone who doesn't have any control of their spirit anymore, or their subconscious or conscious any longer. It's almost as if, these spirits are operating for them. And if you don't study spirituality. You don't study different, demons and different things like that. And there's nothing wrong if you don't. Not all of us are into spirituality. Some of us are just more religious or atheist or whatever it is. I believe that we all came to this planet. I don't believe everyone's supposed to be on the same path. I think eventually people should believe in the creator. We didn't create ourselves. I don't believe in evolution. But I'm not here to try to convince anybody to believe in anything else, pretty much. If you ask me, I'll tell you. So you gotta understand that these people have a pattern and they have a way about them, and it is one particular spirit, and everyone's always like, oh my goodness, the narcissists, they're just, what the narcissist did to me, they did it to you too, and vice versa. It's like our stories always seem very similar, and it's because it's the same spirit. It's not just the mental illness, it's the same kind of demons that are on these individuals. So they're very tormented. And once I got that through my mind of how possessed narcissists really are and how they don't have control of themselves, is where I was able to kind of move along. So the woman that wrote me, she said, she has good days and she has bad days, where she's trying to get past what happened. And I think it's pretty normal. I mean, you were in an abusive relationship, or you still are in abusive relationships with narcissists. And excuse the sirens in the background, live in New York City. And that's kind of hard. You're going to have these things. I don't think it's something that happens overnight. There are days, I haven't seen my narc, I don't like to say but I haven't seen the narc best friend I had in my life. I haven't seen him or spoken to him in, 2 years. And that was one of the hardest relationships to break off from the narcissist. And sometimes I get flashbacks. Sometimes he's in my dreams. I get flashbacks. And I think this is normal. This is abuse that altered your brain pattern. Okay? Your mind is a very sensitive, it's very sensitive. It's everything. Your mind, your consciousness, is everything. Your perception is everything. And this is why a lot of your brain development and this is why Satan attacks children between the ages of birth and 7 years old, because that is when most of your development of your brain is happening. So also you can start studying on the brain and how consciousness, I actually started studying psychology and listening to, therapists and studying spirituality. And sometimes if you really want to go that deeply, if you really want to know about narcissists, study more on narcissism, textbook wise, so that it can kind of help you understand, this is a real disorder. This is a real spiritual attack. Now, the actual spirit is called the Jezebel Spirit, and I don't really use that term on my channel as much. And it's not because I'm trying to hide away, run away from the spiritual term. It's just I choose not to. I want to be able to reach everybody and not just the spiritualists. But it is a spiritual attack on these individuals. And demons, they're just doing what they're meant to do on this planet, okay? And still kill and destroy. A demon is supposed to take over other individuals' spirit. They take energy, they take your light, and they want to take your spirit. And that is what the narcissist came into your life to do, to literally take your soul. So they're just operating in the mindset and the spiritual aspect of what they're supposed to be doing. But what happens is you're caught up in the shell. You're caught up in this beautiful man or this beautiful woman, and it's not the beautiful man or the beautiful woman or the person that you fell for, whether it's, a lover or a friend or even your parent. When you're looking at that narcissist, you're really looking at broken children. When you're fighting and you're battling and you're arguing and you're being abused, you're literally being abused by that broken child. You're being abused by these demons. Okay? And that is something that I had to get in my mind. And that's really what pushed me to go forth. Like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with that narcissist. I'm not going to let the narcissist get the best of me. That's what really pushed me to go forth. And it's sad, and I understand, because you learn to love that narcissist. A lot of us still love the narcissist, but you're in love, or you like, or you're literally attached, or you're addicted chemically, and psychologically, you are addicted to an illusion. It's not real. And a lot of us were already broken before the narcissist even got to us. Okay, so it's okay to have bad days where you're so stuck and you're like, oh my goodness, I miss the narcissist. I remember the first time I started, missing my narc best friend, and I was like, yo, after all he did to me, why the hell do I still love this little boy? Why? Why do I still love this kid? Why do I still want to help him? And when you build your confidence and when you build your knowledge and education in narcissism, in personality disorders, in spirituality, it's like nothing. You're just going to dust your shoulder off. It's really nothing to you anymore because you get it. And when you're healthy, you no longer are going to be attracted to unhealthy beings. You're not going to want to be in their presence. So the more you heal, the more you become educated, they're going to start to look literally like who they are. They're not going to be fine anymore. So this is what happened to me. I look at some narcissists and I'm like, they're not pretty to me. I don't want to be in their presence. I don't hate them, but I don't see who I used to see before. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not going to lie to you. It took me a good year to stop waking up in the middle of the night crying because I had to let go of my ex-best friend. That's really embarrassing for me to say that, but it's the truth because he was like my boyfriend without the sex. He was like my best friend, my family, my everything. Remember, the narcissist isolates you. He isolated me from so many people that I made him almost like a god in my mind. He was like my husband, in my head, to the point I depended on him so much. He depended on me that it was literally excruciating to let him go. So I understand how you might feel having to let go the narcissists that were in your life. It's not easy because this isn't just a psychological thing. This is a spiritual thing. Now, the best thing also is to isolate yourself, is to spend enough time with yourself and getting to know yourself and healing. And it's kind of like when you got a cut and you put a band-aid on it. You're putting that cut by yourself. You're covering it and you're nurturing. And that's how we are. We need to nurture ourselves through the healing time. And everybody's different. You know, there's some people who's like, oh, it took me 5 years. It took me 10 years. I never got over those narcissists. You know, but it took me, you know, there was one narcissist, I got over them like in a month. Like, F them, I'm over them. And then, you know, like my ex, you know, narc best friend, it took me, you know, a year and a half to really like not even think about him anymore. You know, once in a blue moon, he does come in my dreams, like where I feel like I'm worried about him because I was always like his savior in a sense, you know. So it happens, and I think that's natural. Just like, you know, when we had abusive things happen to us, you know, in our childhood, you get flashbacks. You know, I remember when I started to get flashbacks of when I was molested. You know, I get flashbacks sometime of when my mother was dying of cancer. So there's a lot of things that happen to us. We are only human, so it's okay. Take your time. Take your healing seriously, but take your time in your healing process, and don't feel silly. Don't feel, you know, don't feel like you're not healing or you're not really persevering when you really are. You know, it's just gonna take more time, but you gotta still tell yourself, I don't care if you gotta write it down. I don't care if you gotta write it on your, you know, write it on your wall. You know, write it in your cell phone and put an alarm on there every day. And you gotta say to yourself, they're not real. They're not real. The narcissist is not real. They don't even know themselves. They took information from you and they built who they were going to show you. This is why in the beginning, when you first get to know the narcissist, they're on the phone with you a lot. They're watching your social media. They're taking bits and pieces of everything that you ever desired. Okay, Satan doesn't come with horns and a pitchfork. He comes as everything you ever wanted in a friend, everything you ever wanted in a lover. Okay, so that's what the narcissist does. This is how you know these are highly sophisticated demons that are living inside of these narcissists. Highly sophisticated demons. The narcissist, meaning the human person, actually, the human, the person that was born into the world, the flesh, they're probably not that intelligent, but these demons are highly intelligent. They're actors, okay? I'm telling you, they're actors. And this is how they're able to fool people. So you're angry at them. A lot of times they don't remember what the half they did because they're possessed. They're not talking sometimes, you know. I'm not going to lie to you. One time I had my ex-narc best friend was speaking in multiple voices. And I don't think he was playing. I really don't think he was playing. You know, so I have seen a lot of different spiritual warfare things in my life that lets me know that the narcissist is definitely someone who is possessed with multiple demons and a lot of different, you know, a lot of these dark spirits, it comes from rejection from their childhood. So they got the spirit of rejection on them. You know, they're liars. A lot of them have sex demons on them. You know, it's a lot of different things. Another thing I know about narcissists, they don't sleep like that. I've never met a narcissist that sleep all through the night. I've just never met. They seem to have this amazing energy all the time. And why? Because they're actually being tormented by spirits. So just thank God that you're not tormented with a whole bunch of spirits. Yeah, you may be messed up. Yeah, you need to heal from things. Yes, you may have low self-esteem, but you're not being tormented by multiple demons like the narcissist is. Okay, so this book I have called Pigs in the Parlor. I don't know if you can see it. Horrible lighting today because I don't have both my lamps. Pigs in the Parlor by Frank and Etta Mae Hammond. I don't know if you can probably see it. Okay. Now, this book, Pigs in the Parlor, This breaks down, I believe they're Christian. This breaks down all of the, like, majority of the mental illnesses, okay? And it breaks it down in a spiritual aspect, okay? And I believe, let's see, in the back of this book, I'm going to show you, it talks about, like, this is a breakdown of schizophrenia, okay? And paranoia, and, you know, of course, it's just about Jesus Christ in here. You don't really have to get into it religiously, but this book will help you. It really breaks it down, you know, different demons and different mental, most mental illnesses, I believe, are spiritual attacks. Okay, yes, there are some mental illnesses you can take a pill for it, but a lot of mental illnesses are spirit based. Okay, and this is why psychologists say that, you know, narcissists really can't be healed, and that's because it's a spiritual disorder. Okay, but you're not gonna find that in a textbook. I love this book by Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. This is another good book. It's a self-help book, and it just gives you guidance on, you know, healing and different exercises that you can do to heal. And, you know, you might need that. So you need information in every avenue in order to get through. If you're staying busy, you're keeping your mind fed with books, with YouTube information. Some people are not into reading. This is another self-help book. I talked about it before. In the Meantime, Living Through the Meantime, and this is by Iyanla Vanzant, and she has so many different books. Okay, she even has a show called Iyanla Fix My Life. She's awesome. She's straightforward, but she's awesome. So this is what I did. Okay, you asked about fasting. Did I fast? I used to fast a lot. Okay, I think fasting is amazing, you know, for health reasons and for spiritual reasons. But I found that for me, fasting has just made me stronger, you know, stronger in discipline, stronger in focus. So I'm not going to say like, oh, I would fast and then I would just get what I wanted, you know. But I always learn something through the process. So a lot of times when I do fast, I'm going to take away things that I love. I love wine. This is how I stopped eating red meat, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to go 30 days without eating red meat. I'm going to fast until God shows me who my true friends are. I'm going to fast until God answers if I need to be with this man. I'm going to fast for 30 days, you know, from liquor or anything like that, just so I can try to break my habit of drinking, you know. So you could fast if you want answers. Sometimes I say, you know what, I want some answers of this. And I said, I'm gonna do no alcohol for 30 days, no meat, no alcohol for 30 days, and I've done it before. And it's so funny. God will give me the answer in week 2 or 3 days into it. I'm like, dang, should I still go through with it? But I still will finish off the fast. So if you want to fast for answers, you can do that. If you want to fast to just rest your body from meat, from alcohol, from, you know, cooked foods, you can do that too, because you know, it recharges your body. That's awesome. You can do that. Honestly, I know a lot of you who are probably having sex still with narcissists. Please stop. I'm telling you, please stop. It's like, okay, first of all, sex is a spiritual exchange. So just know that if you are continuing to sleep with a narcissist, you're literally sleeping with a demonic, tormented person. Okay? And that means you're constantly exchanging spirit with this person. So whatever demons is in this person, they're going to try to get in you. And if you're open and you're not covered, meaning you're not spiritually covered, Yeah, this is why you're still depressed. This is why you're still down. You can't get any further in life. You can't get anywhere in your healing process. So this is the reason why you're stuck. Okay? So until you stop sleeping with the narcissist, until you stop messing with them like that in that way, it's just going to continue. You're going to continue to be in that pit. Okay. I basically, whenever I was dealing with a narcissist in a romantic way or sexually, I stopped sleeping with the narcissist, because there's no way. You cannot progress if you're still being intimate with them, or if you're hanging out with them, even money, spending money on a narcissist, because money is energy as well. So, cut that out. I know a lot of you are probably still married to the narcissist, so you feel you have to submit sexually. I suggest you maybe do spiritual baths after you have sex with them. Pray, do what you got to do until you get out that situation. So that's what I did. I really isolated myself, and I'm not going to say I didn't beat myself up on days where I actually missed the narcissist, but it passed. It went through, I just went through it. It was painful. It felt like I was in rehab. It felt like I was trying to get off of heroin. I've never been on drugs, but I can imagine when you watch those movies and they're in the bed and they're going through the shakes and stuff from drugs. That's what I felt like. That's what I felt like when I had to break apart from my narcissistic ex-best friend. And it was tough, but I am really far past that now, and it takes time. So don't beat up on yourself. I just kept pushing. That's it. I kept feeding myself knowledge. I guess I felt like I wanted to talk to somebody, and that's the reason why I created my channel. I'm actually kind of I'm not going to say I'm an introverted person, but I'm a little shy and I don't talk. I'm very observant. So when I meet people, I don't just talk off the back. I just don't just do that. I watch you for a while and then I'll start talking, depending on how, I feel. If I had a couple of drinks, I'll talk to anybody. But that's why I started this channel, because I needed somewhere to vent. So if you feel like you need somewhere to vent, you need something that's going to build you up through your healing process, make a YouTube channel, talk to your friends, start a blog, start a group. You never know. Maybe you start a narcissistic group, support group, meaning that could be awesome. In order to heal, I really isolated myself. That's what I did. I isolated myself. I gave myself so much information that I never really feel like I'm going to run out of things to talk about with you guys, That's really what I did. I stopped having sex with narcissists. I stopped hanging out with them. I changed my environment. I mean, my life did a total 360. I'm telling you, I did not play when it comes to this. And when you play these games with those narcissists and you stay around, you notice that your progression will be slower. It will be slower. And you have to understand that whatever you feel, you didn't lose anything. First of all, you didn't lose anything. You didn't lose anything. You didn't lose a friend with a narcissist. They were never your friend. They were using you. You never lost a lover, a husband. No. They never loved you. They don't even love themselves, okay? So you're not losing anything. You're actually gaining, because when you let go of the narcissist, you let go of negative people, God will be able to replace them. And that happened. I met some great people. I have less friends now, but my friends that I have now are more of value. They're people who, if I have children, I know that they will be there for my children. If I got married, they will support me. if I'm sick in the hospital, they'll be there for me, you know. So God replaced all those narcissists I had to let go, all those toxic people I had to let go. God replaced them. And that was basically what I did. Let me see if I missed anything. I don't want to miss anything in your video. I don't think I did. Yeah, you know, I can't tell, you know, she said something about she doesn't want to become bitter. You know, don't become bitter, because a lot of bad things that happen to us in our life, we really just have to say fuck it. I know you don't want to hear, and it's so crazy. My biological father used to say that all the time. He used to say that, oh, fuck it. Oh, fuck it. And I used to get so annoyed by that, because it was just like, what do you mean, just fuck it? You know, excuse my language, but that happens, you know, in life. A lot of the things that we've gone through, we literally have to just throw it under the rug. Not throw it under the rug, but just throw it out. You don't want to put it under the rug, actually. You know, just throw it out, because it happens to the best of us. It happens to the stronger ones. It happens to the ones that are here on earth to give light, okay? And those things make us stronger. And as crazy as this may sound, I don't think that I would ever remove the things that I've been through with narcissists. I just don't think. And now that I'm seeing who I am and how I want to be a life coach, I don't think that I would ever change that. I just don't. I don't. The only thing I think I would change is letting the mother effers go sooner. That is the only thing I probably would have changed, is letting go sooner. And it's amazing. I want to say that. Through them, I found myself. I know that sounds really crazy to you, but because narcissists crossed my path, I found myself, and I found out, damn, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. And not in a conceited way, but I am. I'm a beautiful person. And y'all are too. Being bitter, being depressed is letting them win twice. I say this all the time on my videos. They already lost. They already lost. It's got to be a miracle for them to clock back in mentally. But you're able to heal. You're able to process the thought and the idea that you need help or you need healing, and they can't do that. They're gone. They are gone. Okay? And the stronger you get, the more you heal, the more educated you become. I'm telling you, you're not going. Okay, your energy is what attracts these narcissists. And I'm not saying that the narcissists are not going to go after just, you know, someone who has positive energy. They are. But they're going to go after people who they can get in with. Okay? They're not going to go after someone who's positive and don't play. Okay? You got to get to being a positive person who don't take no shit. That's the goal. Not just be a positive person and be passive aggressive, you know, or passive and letting people do anything to you, you know. So there's a lot of nice people that those narcissists don't even test, because they know I'm not going to test them, because they look like they don't play with me. That's how I do it. That is how I kept going. I kept going because I have a close relationship with my creator. I kept going because I had a little bit of positive friends who supported me, and they didn't think I was crazy. I believed in myself, you know, and everybody has their limit. You know when you're done. I knew when I was done. When I couldn't take the pain anymore. When I couldn't take my money running out. When I couldn't take crying at night. When I couldn't take me wanting to stab a narcissist. That's when I knew I am done. Angie, are we done yet? I'm done. So when you get to your limit, you will know. I can't tell you when your limit is, but you'll know when you're done. And when I got to my limit, that's when I wanted to change. That's when I called out to God and was like, all right, I need healing, God. I need your help. I got to get rid of these people. And I know a lot of times, sometimes, people, they're like, I don't know, are they a narcissist? If you are asking yourself that, think about all the people that you are around that you never think they're a narcissist and they're not, and they're good to you. If you're around somebody and you keep questioning, like, they seem narcissistic, they are. Stop. It's like you don't want them to be because you're so stuck on that illusion of who they're presenting themselves as. Look at them for who they are. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. And a lot of times these narcissists aren't giving us anything. Most of the time they're probably just giving you attention, giving you that love, or giving you something you probably never had growing up. They're feeding that void. They're feeding that attention, hunger that you did not get when you were a child, or that you didn't get in romantic relationships before. That's what's happening. So that's why I say a lot of times when you meet narcissists, they're actually highlighting the issues that you had prior to meeting them. That has been my experience. If I never came across narcissists, after, the first narc in my life was my stepfather. If I never came across other narcissists, I would have never known that he was a narcissist. I would have never known that I had to heal from the things that he did to me, or the things that my biological father did to me, and other narcissistic men that I dated did to me. I would have never known. So as ironic as it may seem, I'm still grateful for the bad, for the struggles and the challenges and things like that. So don't beat yourself up. Do not rush your healing process. Everybody heals at a different pace. There's going to be nights when you're dreaming of these narcs. There's going to be times when, you're missing them. That's all natural. You can miss them whoever you want, but don't mean it's supposed to be in your life. Okay? I used to miss, my ex-narc best friend. I used to miss hanging out with some narc females because they, some narcs are fun. I missed hanging out with some narc females sometimes because they were fun. Oh, I remember we used to do this and do that. And, most of my friends, they're low-key. They got kids. They got husbands. They don't want to hang out. So, yes, it seemed like the narcs always had, free time. So I used to, miss narcs because we used to hang out all the time. But all of that is human. All of that is natural, But when you realize how much you're losing, then you leave them alone. You're like, all right, I remember what they did to me. I'm not even going to go there. You will leave them alone. So I know it really couldn't be answered to that extent, because honestly, your perseverance comes from yourself. It comes from inside of how much do I want my happiness? How tired am I? That's where it comes from. Honestly, that's where it came from when it came to me. I said, woo, I'm tired of being beat up by these narcs. I'm tired of it. When you're tired of the tears, you're tired of the pain, you're tired of the hurt. And we all go through our angry stages and all these different things. But you got to understand, how you going to stay mad at somebody who demon-filled? They're really in a messed up state. I know you're pissed at what they did and you may want to punish them, but you got to understand, they are already living in hell. You got a chance. They don't. It's very, very rare. There are some psychologists say that there has been some narcissists who were able to realize, oh my gosh, I'm a narcissist. I want to fix this. Very rare cases. So the fact that you were able to get out and heal from your situation and from your abuse is a freaking miracle. Okay? These narcs are locked out of their own mind and their own spirit. Tack that on your forehead. And I'm laughing because I used to think the same way. Like, I hate them, and why would he do this? And I hear people all the time, but why would they do this? Because they're sick. They're sick. They're demonic, and they're sick. That's why would a demon be a demon? Do you get it now? Do you get it, guys? I really want y'all to get it. I want y'all to get it. It's asking, why would a nice person be nice? That is their character. That is why the narcissist does what it does. It's doing Satan's work. It's supposed to do that to you. It's supposed to bamboozle you, use you, abuse you. That's its duty. That is what it's supposed to be doing on earth. Stealing, killing, and destroying. That is its assignment here. And once you get that through your head, your life will be a lot more peaceful. It will be so much peaceful. I look at these narcs and I be like, when they be trying it with me, I be looking at them like, nice try. What I'm realizing is a lot of narcs, they would try to come into my life and then they just disappear. You know why they disappear? Because they can't get supply. Nah, 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 nah. That's why. I know I'm so annoying, right? When you build yourself back up, you're going to see. You're like narcs are going to try you and they're going to just disappear. You're going to be like, oh, they stopped calling me. They stopped texting me. They disappear because you're like metal. They can't get through you. They're not going to be able to get through you. You'll notice it. You'll notice, you'll smell a narc from a mile away. You'll see. It takes time. Don't rush yourself. Okay? Maybe God allowed me to heal a little bit faster because he wanted me to be a spokesperson for healing from narcissistic abuse. That could be what it is. Okay? So hopefully this information was helpful to you. I actually feel really great after this video. I really do. It really was enlightening. I hope I answered your questions as much as I can. If this video doesn't really help me much, you can go watch my videos on healing after the narcissist. Maybe that will help you a lot more. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the topic. I appreciate you all. Thank you everyone who's been supporting my channel from day one. Okay, so peace and blessings. God bless. I'll talk to you soon. I'll be doing another video shortly after this.